Qualification match number 10, drivers behind the lines in 3, 2, 1, go.
5115 bursts ahead, almost like the robots controlled by some sort of intelligence. They align themselves into position on the reef with similar things happening over on the blue side. 5338 lining themselves up as well. And actually they scored one on the trough. That's the lower level, also known as L1. Despite there only being 3 visible branches on the reef, those are actually levels 2, 3, and 4. The lower level of the reef itself, which does not have any branches on it, is level 1. It's also known as the trough, and you still score points for just dumping those PVC coral into the trough. But you get significantly more points for going higher, as you can see Team 5338 raising their elevator, trying to get those extra points for going extra tall. Human players over on the red side dumping some coral out of the feeder station. If a robot has a ground pickup mechanism, it can often be faster to just dump them on the ground. But you have to have faith in your ground pickup system. Blue Alliance, looks like the Cybirds are having a little bit of trouble maneuvering themselves around. Hopefully they'll be able to sort that out. Luckily, we've got Robo Loco raising the bar once again to get another coral. We've got some defense going on. Knight Riders making their presence known on the feeder station on the blue side, bumping a bit into their barge. You don't want to be caught in the wrong barge, touching the cages on the wrong side. The colors don't match your bumpers. That's not a cage you want to touch. Of course, even if they do, those are big, heavy steel cages. And when they're swinging around like they are on the red side after a little bit of a collision with the Knight Riders, they can do some serious damage to a robot that isn't hardened against them. Red Alliance not seeing a ton of coral on their reef right now. Looks like there's one kind of in the back there, but definitely in coral points, there's an advantage to the Blue Alliance, who has several coral scored along that crown of the reef, looking for that crown of victory. We approach the end game now. That's at least what our sonar is telling us. As robots move into position, I see 5115 trying to line themselves up on the cage. Tricky thing about the climb this year, it doesn't stay in place. It swings around, so you have to gain control of it and then attach yourself to it. Something that's difficult for a robot to successfully do, as demonstrated by the relatively low percentage of robots that are able to successfully climb. Good coral showing from the Blue Alliance. I see several coral in the top layer. In fact, I have over 5. I can tell that because of the 1 of 4 on the scoring interface that the audience gets to see. So that indicates the coral ranking point. You need 5 coral on each level in order to get the ranking point. And so it's telling us now 1 of 4. One level has at least 5 coral on it. Visually, we can see that that's the top level. If the cooperation's engaged, which means both teams have put 2 algae in the processor, that threshold goes from 4 to 3. You don't need to get 5 or more coral on one of the layers if the cooperation ranking point is engaged. Our scores are in. One fish, two fish. Will it be a red fish or a blue fish? Blue wins. With a score of 57. The lion's share, or lionfish's share, if you will, of those points coming from their